All right, let's go ahead and get started with page 5. And this one is the second progressive president, and his name is William Howard Taft. Okay, when we talk about uh, William Howard Taft, some people say, well, this thing's not working. You gotta work. There we go. That's he stumbled into the presidency, and by stumbling, we're talking about uh, he didn't really want to be president. I've talked about this in the classroom. He's going to be incredibly cautious. He's going to be an introvert. He is not a Teddy Roosevelt. Okay. He's unlike Teddy Roosevelt, who was all gun ho, let's do it. William Howard Taft is going to be very cautious. Okay. He doesn't want to expend the power of the presidency the way Roosevelt did. Now, notice how I put trust buster when it comes to breaking up monopolies. William Howard Taft broke up more monopolies than Teddy Roosevelt did. But if you notice in page 4, I talked about questionable trust buster. Taft is the trust buster. Now, the Republican Party, and both Teddy Roosevelt and Taft are Republicans, is made up of progressive and conservatives, which is an oxymoron. Progressives, they want change. Conservatives, they don't want change. But what Teddy Roosevelt was able to do is balance it out. Whenever he gave something to the progressives, he gave something to the conservatives. When he gave something to the conservatives, he gave something to the progressives. So the Republican Party was very happy. As we're going to find out, William Howard Taft favored conservatives over progressives. And one of those examples is the Payne Eldridge tariff. And this was supposed to bring down the tariffs. Instead, it raised the tariff, and the progressives felt betrayed by that. When it came to conservation, the public lands, what he did was Secretary of Interior, he promoted a man by the name of Bellinger. Okay, Bellinger was not a conservationist. He was more of a let's make money type of person. And he's going to be taking out over 1 million acres that had been under uh, preserve. He's going to take them out and hey, let the lumber people take it over. Okay, Pinchot, who, if you remember, had been promoted by Roosevelt, protested, and notice what it says in bold print: Taft fired Pinchot. So once again, it is the progressives that feel that they are going to be betrayed. Now, here comes the 1912 election, and the Republican Party will be split, progressives and conservatives. The progressives are angry at William Howard Taft and how he did not handle things the way Teddy Roosevelt was. The progressives felt that he was pro-conservative, anti-progressive. So here comes uh, Teddy Roosevelt back. He had gone on a safari, and he's going to be seeing that the Republican Party is not doing as well as it could have. Okay, so he's going to run for, is he going to run a third term? Remember, McKinley had been shot. He took over, and then he served. That he got elected, and then he walked away, and now he wants to come back. At the Republican convention, it became very clear that the Republicans preferred Taft over uh, Roosevelt. So what does he do? What does Roosevelt do? Create his own party. Now, this is going to be known as a third party. Keep in mind that third parties, they serve a few purposes. They never win, but they serve a few purposes. Number one, they steal votes from one of the major parties, either Republicans or Democrats, and then they come up with ideas, and either the Republicans or the Democrats steal from them. All right, so the Bull Moose Party is Teddy Roosevelt's baby. Okay, so it's going to be known as the New Nationalism. Okay, but we know it mostly as the Bull Moose Party. So in the 1912 election, the Republicans are split. Those that were progressives left the Republican Party and went to the bull moose. So what did that do? Weaken the Republican Party. The other candidate, the third candidate, is going to be a Democrat, and his name is Woodrow Wilson. By the way, he was also a progressive president. He was a progressive governor. And because the Bull Moose Party split up the Republicans, the Democrats are going to win. Wilson's program will be known as the New Freedom. And of course, even after Wilson won, the Republicans are fighting each other. Roosevelt and what's his name? Taft started fighting. Here's an example. Well, Taft was called a meathead with no brains. Okay, Wilson is going to be pushing for a strong government. If you remember, Taft had been conservative. Wilson is ready to be a strong president. And if you remember, Teddy Roosevelt had been into progressivism. Don't forget, there's another party, that's the Socialist Party, and Eugene V. Debs is going to run, and he's in prison when he runs, and he's going to get almost 1 million votes, even though he was in prison and a socialist. And uh, if you remember, socialists, they pretty much want to end capitalism, but that's not going to work. All right, right here you see the image of William Howard Taft. The next image, you see Teddy Roosevelt. If you notice, he's dressed in a safari outfit. Right here, the guy walking, the bellhop, is Pinchot, who worked for Teddy Roosevelt. Right here, the luggage is actually a big stick. And if you remember, Teddy Roosevelt was known for the big stick policy. Right here, heavyset, is William Howard Taft. And right here, Teddy Roosevelt is handing off a baby to Taft. And Taft is dressed as a nursemaid. The baby right here, it says my policies. And if you notice, Teddy Roosevelt is handing off the policies to Taft and say, you take care of my baby, you take care of the things that I did. But as we noticed, he did not. The next image, you see Teddy Roosevelt looking in the window, and he's angry because look at the mess that William Howard Taft did. And in this case, it's the cats that made her make messing everything up. So this is when Teddy Roosevelt creates that Bull Moose Party. And this is the 1912 election. If you notice, you have a sickly, weak looking elephant. The Republican Party divided by the Bull Moose Party equals a Wilson Democrat win. And right here you see him on a donkey, which is the mascot for the Democrats. All right, that's it. Thank you very much.